Hi. Hope you guys are doing okay today. And are having a groovy weekend. It's nearly over. I've been busy all day working on my eBay. My hands are completely fried now. They were doing much better Thursday and Friday. And Saturday, a little, discomfort, some pain here and there, but they were clear this morning, and so I kind of dived into it, and I frantically needed to add titles. I frantically need money. My eBay store's descriptions below the screen here. So right now I'm paying for it. I'm having to take stronger medicine than I intended to take today. I feel like maybe it's just starting to kick in, which is good because I needed to use a pair of scissors here. Not ideal ones, they're kitchen scissors. To open this mysterious package I received today that Blue Review permanent channel patron Tim Tolbert informed me was winging my way. So, not going to have a candid unboxing because I didn't cut it open here to make sure that it was something that would be appropriate for this channel because the packaging did not indicate that. So, there is a special item in here called a bonus extra, which I will be covering on this channel very soon, and that is another wonderful, wonderful gift to the channel and to the show and to the Blu-ray permanent library. But it looks like the main thing in here is something I can actually unbox. So let's check this guy out here. So it's the GIALLO Essentials Volume 2, right? Does it say Volume 2 on here? I think it said Volume 2 online. Oh, well, it's the second GIALLO Essentials box set from Arrow. Who else? And it's even yellow on top of that. I mean, what more can you ask for? So, I want to split this open. I had just expressed a more than past interest in this item to Tim, and I didn't really think it was something that would be in his budget, but I guess so. I'm appreciative. So let's take this thing apart and check. GIALLO Essentials, GIALLO Essentials. Grisly murders, ruthless killers, maniacs on motorbikes. Arrow Video's descent into Italian horror madness continues with this new volume of iconic GIALLO films. What have they done to your daughters? Strip nude for your killer and torso. From cult Italian genre directors Massimo Dallamano, Andrea Bianchi, and Sergio Martino, and packed with suspense and intrigue, these unmissable examples of the GIALLO thriller are presented in stunning 2K restorations, alongside a raft of elucidating extras. This is an alliterative feast here. Okay, so we're going to slide this off here. Of course, I'll keep it on the shelf. So this is a fragmented mirror with shots from the various films. It's very appropriate for the genre. We've got some back things going on here. So let's look at the back and read a little bit about this. Okay. I hope you're still with me now. Arrow Video continues its exploration of Italian cult cinema with this volume of GIALLO Essentials, bringing together 3 more suspense-filled examples of the genre. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. In Massimo Dallamano's What Have They Done to Our Daughters, 1974, hot-headed Inspector Silvestri, Claudio Cassini from The Suspicious Death of a Minor, and rookie Assistant District Attorney Vittorio Stori, Giovanna Ralli from Cold Eyes of Fear, investigate the apparent suicide of a teenage girl, leading them to a sordid prostitution ring whose abusers occupy the highest echelons of Italian society. So like an Elio Petri kind of plot here. Next up, Sergio Martino's Torso, 1973, helped lay the groundwork for the American slasher movie. When a ruthless killer begins to target the female university students of Perugia, Jane, Susie Kendall from The Birds of Crystal Plumage, and her friends flee for the peace of the countryside, only to discover that the threat isn't far behind. Andrea Bianchi's Strip Nude for Your Killer, 1975, delivers depravity in droves as ambitious photographer Magda, Edward Finnick from Your Vice is a Locked Room and Only I Have the Key, and her on and off boyfriend, Love Rat Carlo, played by Nino Castelnuovo from The English Patient. They fast forwarded a bit on his resume. He was also in, anyway. Team up to solve the spate of highly sexualized murders that are rocking a prestigious Milanese fashion house. So they've repeated the tagline that's on the slipcase. I'm not going to read that again. Limited edition contents contain 2K restorations from the original camera negatives, high-def Blu-ray 1080p presentations, 2 versions of Torso, the original 94-minute Italian cut and 90-minute English cut. Original lossless mono Italian and English soundtracks, English subtitles for the Italian soundtracks, optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing for the English soundtracks. I watch every movie with soundtracks. I watch every movie with soundtracks on. I watch every movie with subtitles on. As crazy as that might sound to some people, but I found that I'm not the only kind of big movie aficionado who does that. Maybe we're all going deaf, or we just want to learn all the details on how to spell the names if we write reviews and stuff. I don't know. What else? Rigid box packaging. That's it. Rigid, with newly designed artwork by Haunt Love in a Window Giallo Essentials Collection slipcover. Reversible sleeves for each film, featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Adam Rabelais and Graham Humphreys. So, we're going to quickly run through these. Disc 1, What Have They Done to Your Daughters? Let's just look at them. This will save us some time. Let's just look at them while we're talking, the things here. What Have They Done to Your Daughters? Audio commentary by Troy Howarth, author of So Deadly, So Perverse, 50 Years of Italian Giallo Films. Video essay by Kat Ellinger, author and editor-in-chief of Diabolic Magazine, who I knew a bit online. Great writer, great British female scholar. And she has the last name of one of my characters in Flicker Street, Ellinger. Just simply Ellinger. What a great name. What else is going on here on this one? Eternal Melody, an interview with composer Silvio Cipriani. Dallamano's Touch, an interview with editor Antonio Siciliano. Unused hardcore footage shot for the film by Massimo Dallamano. Massimo's a naughty boy. Alternate English opening titles, Italian theatrical trailer, and image gallery. So why didn't they just edit the porn back into the movie like Thriller? I've never seen any porn in that movie. I've seen it twice, but it's been quite a while since I've seen it. Let's look at it real quick here. So this is kind of the kind of archetypal villain here. Well, he's a little riff on the Black Gloved Killer. He doesn't have like a hat and a trench coat, but he's got like a leather jacket and a black motorcycle helmet, which was used in another one in here, and we'll get to that. And a couple of other movies that I can think of. But yeah, he's got the axe ready to chop a woman. Not to be sold separately. So you can't take these out and sell them separately on eBay. But I don't tend to sell this stuff on eBay. This is like, this is stuff that is in the permanent library. This is like for posterity. So calm down, guys. Everything I just read here, more details. It says that Massimo Dallamano, who also did The Night Child and the Cult 38 Special Squad, broke new ground in the Giallo genre in 1972 with the harrowing What Have You Done to Solange? That is an incredible one. Incredible. 2 years later, he followed up with an even darker semi-sequel, the chilling What Have They Done to Your Daughters? A teenage girl is found hanging from the rafters of a privately rented attic, pregnant and violated. Hot-headed Inspector Silvestri and rookie assistant DA Vittorio Story, we already talked about them, are assigned to this case, the scope of which grows substantially when they discover that the dead girl was part of a ring of underage prostitutes whose abusers occupy the higher echelons of Italian society, as we said before. But meanwhile, a cleaver-wielding, motorcycle-riding killer roars through the streets of Brescia, determined to ensure that those involved take their secret to the grave. Also starring Mario Adorf, Farley Granger, and featuring an insanely catchy score by Silvio Cipriani. What Have They Done to Your Daughters is a fast-paced, brutal, and unforgivable unforgettable thriller with from a director at the peak of his creative powers. I've seen a few Dallamanos, and yeah, I think this is his best from what I've seen. So let's continue the stuff here. Just two, Torso, kind of the centerpiece of the set for me. Audio commentary by Kat Ellinger, so that's cool. Video interview with co-writer and director Sergio Martino. He is always cool. Video interview with actor Luke Miranda. I'm friends with him on Facebook too. Video interview with co-writer Ernesto Gastaldi. He's in my Facebook group, Deep Images. Feel free to join. It's a great film group with great, knowledgeable people in it. They call them group experts on Facebook now. Video interview with filmmaker Federica Martino, daughter of Sergio Martino. 2017 Abertoir International Horror Festival Q&A with Sergio Martino. Video interview with Michael J. Coven, author of La Dolce Morte, Vernacular Cinema, and the Italian Giallo film. I have never heard of that film. That book. Option to view the film with the rare alternate U.S. opening title sequence and Italian and English theatrical trailers. Now, this to me is like one of the greatest Giallos ever made. I mean, let's just seriously straight up. I'm sorry there's so much glare here on the cover. These are the newly painted art covers, by the way. I might take them out and show you the reversible. It just depends. So, yeah, let's talk about this a little bit. We already know about this extras. A talented and versatile journeyman, Sergio Martino, The Case of the Scorpion's Tail, Your Voice is a Locked Room, I Only Have the Key, has lent his talents to multiple genres across his long and varied career, but it is undoubtedly his giallo thrillers from the early 70s for which he is best known. So I'm going to take a minute to personal plug because, like I said, I'm in dire straits financially. I'm going to let you know that I do have new Blu-rays, DVDs, of the now out of print, no shame editions of The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, The Case of Scorpion's Tail, and Your Vice's Locked Room and All I Have the Key. All for sale on my eBay store. In my eBay store also. Okay, Sex Maniac. Oh, whoops, it says this. 1973's Torso, among the most highly acclaimed giallos. Revels in the genre's time-honored traditions, while simultaneously laying the groundwork for the modern slasher movie. Now, I agree with that. I mean, it's a little bit after Bava's Bay of Blood, which I think is really the archetype of the slasher. But this is kind of pushing it to the next level before we get into arguably the next milestone in that genre, the Black Christmas from 1974. And then you get into Massacre at Central High. And from there, it kind of, more build up until obviously Halloween. Halloween kind of explodes in 1978 and everything from there. A sex maniac is prowling the streets of Perugia, targeting the picturesque university town's female students. Alarmed at the plummeting life expectancy of the student body, Jane, Susie Kendall, and her three friends elope to a secluded country villa, only to discover that far from having left the terror behind, they brought it with them. I don't know, is the killer in the house? Also known as carnal violence. Actually, the English direct translation of the Italian original title is The Body Bears Traces of Carnal Violence. That's pretty heavy. Torso was released in Italy toward the end of the giallo boom. Well, not really the end. Before enjoying a second life on the American grindhouse circuit. I think of the end as like 75 to 80, but 73 seems a little premature. I think that would be like the peak, but that's just me. The last peak, I admit. Co-starring Tina Omont and Luke Miranda, the film finds its director at the top of his game, delivering copious levels of violence, sleaze, and one of the tensest cat and mouse games ever committed to celluloid. I have to say this is one of the most suspenseful giallos, just for old school suspense. I mean, it's the first time I watched it, I was kind of jaded to giallos, and kind of either annoyed or amused by a lot of American slashers from the 80s, which a lot of them have grown on me, I admit, since then. This is like 1998, I believe. I borrowed this from a friend. And man, it was nerve-rattling. I was on the proverbial edge of my seat. Seriously, I really highly recommend Torso. Let's go with this one. Here we go. Strip nude for your killer. This is an awesome painting. A film by Andrea Bianchi. Awesome new painting of another black clad, black leather jacket, black helmeted, motorcycle riding killer. This time stalking Edwidge Fenwick. Now, when did this film come out? After what have they done to daughters? So this could be a copycat killer roaming the same country. Our friends in the crossover business can definitely, make some hay of that, and I would be glad to share that with them. So as the 1970s wore on, an audience began to tire of the tried and tested giallo formula popularized by the thrillers of Argento, Fulci, and their contemporaries filmmakers sought to reinvigorate the ailing movement by injecting elements from other genres. Some took inspiration from the then burgeoning crime thriller movement, with tales of organized crime and corrupt police officials, ... ellipses, while others decided to sex things up by crossing serial killer thrills with salacious softcore antics. A spate of highly sexualized murders is rocking prestigious Milanese fashion house. Fashion houses are popular places for those killers. It all began with Blood and Black Lace, which I reviewed on this channel for Halloween. Ambitious photographer Magda, love that character name, Edwidge Fenwick, and her on and off boyfriend, Love Rat Carlo, kind of sounds familiar, team up to crack the case, but with the motorcycle helmet wearing killer clearly bearing a grudge against the agency's employees, it's surely only a matter of time before they too end up feeling the forces of his wrath. More ellipses. So roll up for a Euro cult experience like no other, with kitschy fashion shoots, back alley abortions, blow up sex dolls, and some very indelicate humor. As one of the most notoriously sleazy giallo ever produced gets the red carpet treatment from Arrow Video! ! Now, I've got to say here, So I've got to say here that I first saw this around 98 too, and it definitely was already, I thought it was sleazy, and I'd only seen like maybe a dozen giallos. And so yeah, it's highly adult fare. So I think it started a cycle that had a few other entries, which are, pardon the pun, which are kind of slipping my name right now, but one kind of here we go again. The climax of this subgenre, this dubious subgenre, would be giallo in Venice, or gore in Venice, or giallo in Venice. Yeah, but it's gory and it's sexual and it's really sleazy and pretty gross. That Blu-ray came and went out of print fast because I had it on pre-order way back, but I canceled it. I just couldn't afford it. Is there anything I haven't said that's on the box here? There is. I haven't even talked about disc 3 on the box. So let's just look at the long version so we won't have any more deja vu. 2K restoration from the original camera negative, high definition Blu-ray 1080p presentation. Original lossless mono, Italian and English soundtracks. English subtitles for the Italian soundtrack, optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, and people like me for the English soundtrack. Audio commentary by Horrorpedia.com, Adrian J. Smith. Now, is this the guy in Iron Maiden? I'm kidding. That'd be cool if it was, though. And David Flint. Sex and Death with a Smile. Video essay by author and critic Pat Ellinger on giallo and sex comedy icon Edwidge Fenwick. She really is the icon of the genre, pretty much. A Good Man for the Murders, an archival video interview with actor Nino Castelnuovo. The reason I was kind of scoffing at English patients because I think most people, especially genre fans, more know him as being in The Umbrellas of Cherbourg and Massacre Time, among many others. What else here? The school he got an interview with him, though, was an archival interview. The Blonde Salamander, a video interview with actress Erna Schurer. I'm drawing a blank of which character she is. I think Femi Bamusti's in this too, but I believe she's deceased. Not sure. The Art of Helping, a video interview with assistant director Danielle Sangiorgi. Jack of All Trades, a video interview with actor and production manager Tino Paligi. two versions of the opening scene, the tinted and the untinted viewing options. And of course, original Italian English theatrical trailers, image gallery, and reversible sleeve with new and old artwork. So let's go backward here with these. I've got this in my hands. I want to take off the spindle. I just want to see if it's easy to take off the spindle. All right, so this is the inside reversible, and you can make that the front cover if you want. That's the original poster. That's the one we all know so well. I think it was kind of drilled into some of our consciousness, the people of my generation and older, when Luminous, I think Luminous Film and Video Works used that graphic for one of their ads, and maybe also European Trash Cinema, but I can't swear to it. But I know it's for selling some videos. So let's check this out. Now, Torso's disc has a new painting with one of the characters. Can you see that? One of the characters calling for help. Of course, the line's been cut. It's not going to be like Margot Kidder in Black Christmas. So, I corpi presentano tracce di violenza carnale, original title. And this is the original Italian poster. You know, pretty cool. So, what else? And finally, what have they done to your daughters? Let's see, reverse this guy. Let's see what's going on here. La polizia chiede auto. I don't know what it means. What does it mean? The police ride an automobile. No, I don't know. I don't know what it means. I have no clue. I didn't know that was the original title, or if I did, I forgot. But it's kind of a cool poster. I'm not sure what the number significance is either. It's been a while since I've seen this one. Like I said, we're gonna check it out, man. We're gonna check them out. All right, so let me slide these back into their cradle here, and thanks again for incredible permanent channel patron Tim Tolbert. I call him Tim the Younger because my buddy Tim McLean is Tim the Elder, and they are both film nuts, great supporters, and great sources of knowledge and insight for me. So, Giallo Essentials Arrow. I don't work for Arrow, okay? Buy it. All right, anyway. So, I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks, man.